So we're back on our campaign and things are looking up now. We finally got our independence from Denmark and snagged a few nearby provinces. Our economy's looking good, the military's looking better. We're still recuperating a bit, but what I've done is I've renamed some of my ships after people who've subscribed to my channel. Well, I just thought that'd be a reasonable theme. And we're looking to build up our manpower again before we make some more moves. And our economy, of course, to get this started. Ooh. I often find that when you load a save game, you suddenly get lots more offers. Brandenburg probably aren't powerful enough to help us, though, to be honest. Now our fleet's I think one short of the supply limit. So yeah, we can have another ship and we can have another army unit. Are we already building one? Oh, we are. Okay, so we'll save up for another ship. Yeah. So maybe I'll put out a recruitment drive for people who want to have their names for our warships. We shall see. Maybe I'll put out a video just asking people for warship names, or just put themselves forward to be part of the Royal Swedish Navy. It's a pretty decent fleet. Everything's still really basic ships, of course. We still got our flagship, the first Carrack we built. It cost quite a lot actually, 0.48 ducats a month to keep at sea. Still, we probably do need them. I think we'll build probably build another galley. We still need to secure ourselves really before we can venture out. So I have the Conquest of Paradise expansion, but to get the sort of trade range we need, we'll probably need to get up to well, definitely need the overseas exploration to give us colonial range. Probably need to colonize Iceland rather, from Norway. Because then we'll be able to reach the Americas, which are over here somewhere. It's interesting that you can choose to have the New World be completely like randomly generated up for you, but I'm just going with the normal New World. You can see we're starting to discover knowledge of places further away. Gradually this stuff can filter to you without any explorers, but it'd be good to be able to do some exploring myself. I never got around to using explorers in the original Europa, well, Europa 3, which is the first one I played. So nowhere near the original. The focus on free trade much because we're not getting the support they need. No, we support free trade. Well, that's going to be bad for our trade, but still. I want to encourage free trade. After all, isn't that what imperialism's all about? Is this not already a core? Yeah. Strange that it notifies you that it'll be harder to get a core when it already is one. Guess we could order a bark. So the choice between a bark and a cog is quite a tricky one, because the galley... sorry, not a bark and a cog, a bark and a galley. Because the galley is actually better in the Baltic, but the bark will actually be better at crossing the sea, if I recall correctly. Apparently it improves our trade opportunities as well, so it's pretty handy. So I think we'll build another bark. Our fleet's a lot stronger than Denmark's, even if our army isn't that fantastic. Look at the world situation. Things are fairly tame, as far as we can see. There's a bit of a war going on between Scotland and England, stereotypically. I expect Great Britain will be formed eventually. Oh. Norway's fabricated a claim. There's a civil war in the territory of the Mamelukes, which is like Egypt. Who knows if that's of any significance or not. Legitimacy is slowly climbing. You can see we've got a special Swedish bonus, the Kung och Riksdag, or however you pronounce that. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Do we bring down our military spending? Yeah, we did. So that at least makes everyone cheaper. We probably need to invest in some more money-making buildings, actually. Better replace that advisor. We can't build any buildings for the moment, but at least it keeps our military tech going up, because I think we're quite close. It must be. Oh no, actually not that close. It's pretty expensive. I guess it's already level 8. Whereas the other one's 7. Improves our land morale, our supply limit, and our maneuver. Which one of these improves our... This one improves our colonial range, diplomatic. We'll only get a small boost for the next one. Well, one at level 9. Oh. Still working on converting Neva to the true faith. Oh, we've got some sort of idea though. So we could get the exploration one. Or should we be saving for... We could get a workshop, which could be useful. Yeah, maybe we should save for the administrative tech for now. Much as I want to get the colonialism going, we need to secure our home island first. Well, not our home island, but Scandinavia. Thing is that if we control the strait, it is essentially an island, provided we can deal with Muscovy, which actually does have quite a big army quite near us. Could end up being a problem. Yeah, we'll have to think about how we're going to deal with Muscovy's forces. They're busy wiping out Novgorod at the moment, but in time they'll come to take us on. Oh yeah, Cardinal again. Tend to just invest in the youngest one. Though we're way off influencing him at the moment. So currently army is equal to that of Norway. Well, I guess we have our mercs as well, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, the mercs are here because having them there reduces the risk of rebellion a bit, and I'm not sure if the missionary gets killed if there's a rebellion there while he's working. Did in the old games, I think. So yeah, you can see that Portugal probably own all the coast here of Africa, which I think is reasonably accurate. They did own a lot of African coastal regions at the time. And also getting into Morocco. So Portugal are going to gain strength, but the problem is their homeland's heavily threatened by one of the big blob nations, Castile, which later probably becomes Spain, provided it can take over Aragon. So this is like you know, the Catalans, you know, like the people who want separatism from want separatism. They want to separate. They want to secede from Spain and from Catalonia. That's essentially what Aragon is. Well, let's actually build that improvement. I was being too distracted thinking about that. Well, actually the temple gives us a fixed increase, which is quite nice. But I feel like these provinces are actually quite endangered. So I'll just pop it somewhere a bit safer. I'm just teching up a bit. We could make a move on Denmark, depending on who they have as allies. They have Norway, Brunswick and Utrecht. It isn't that much, so we could probably take the opportunity to take on Denmark, I think. Could see who are our allies actually. Oops. How do I see my own diplomacy? My rivals are Norway, Gotland and Denmark. I'm allied with Lithuania and the Livonian Order. Should I ask the Hansa for an alliance? They seem relatively strong. And have Lithuania as an ally, I think. Yeah. So we can call our willing allies to war with the Danes, I think. So what we'll need is, we'll need to put our military spending back up. Probably want to wait for that to finish actually. When does that finish? 1499, that's ages away. Maybe we don't want to wait for that to finish. Yeah, maybe we don't want to do this war right now. Probably have to wait for that, to be honest. Problematic. Be a good time to make a move. And we have too many diplomatic arrangements. I guess we can cancel our royal marriage with Brandenburg. We have no diplomat. We have to wait for a diplomat to come back, I guess. Then we'll cancel that, because we don't really want Brandenburg as ally. We just needed that to boost our legitimacy at that point where things weren't looking that good. Okay, so we'll cancel that. We hit our stability. Maybe that was a mistake. Always forget where everything is. There we go. Oh, I guess that puts us back down on tech. Yeah, fantastic. Oh well. We'll have to think about getting administrative tech up at some point. We try and improve relations with Lithuania, Livonia. Might as well. Okay, as long as we have alliances with Lithuania and Livonia in order, we can probably hold off Muscovy behind us. Novgorod's just been wiped out. Norway might be our next target. Be nice to retake this land off Denmark as well. But I think this time we might want to be warring with Norway. We have claims, lots of claims I think, which we can attempt to use. Our diplomats are busy at the moment anyway, so we'll just speed things up. Yeah, we can build another improvement. In Lapland. Slowly getting there with Neva, and then we'll be able to pull that army back, which will allow us to actually be able to take on this Norwegian force. Production research flawed. The new techniques of production are rumored to be flawed, and several leading nobles argue that we should discard them and go back to the old tried and tested methods. We'll just go ignore them. No, it costs prestige. We can rebuild prestige fairly easily. Well, it goes down anyway, so there's not much point worrying about it. Okay, we've lost the trade dispute. We'll call our diplomat from Lithuania then. Is our guy almost done? Oh! Lithuanian conquest of Riga against Riga, Bohemia and the Livonian Order. So we're going to have to go to war with our allies, Livonian Order. That's just fantastic. I guess things are just decided. Okay, let's get our maintenance up. Is that a winnable war? Probably is. They're going for Riga. Alright. We might send our mercs in. we get a chance. Now our money won't be so good, but it's a fact of life. We'll get our fleet sailing. We lost one of our key allies though, so now we only have Lithuania. But I guess we'll just stick with Lithuania and try and keep them going. We're at war with the Teutonic Order as well. No. We are at war with Bohemia though. We're relatively strong. I guess it's Poland on our side. This is a big war. They've got quite a few ships. I think we should be able to take them though. We'll try and choke them in the Gulf of Riga. Oh, so our allies are infighting basically. It's just fantastic. Just the sort of thing we need to see at this point in time. Build another constable. Okay, so the 7,000 man force can go help in this war. Nope. Can't get there because Moscow wouldn't give us the right to travel. I guess our assistance isn't really required in this war at all. Go back to Stockholm with our main force. Well, our fleet's helping out, I guess. Ah, we've got new tech. Diplomatic, useful. Build a trade depot. Still haven't reached the next levels. Will be level 9 for the ships. But I think we'll probably have to build new ones. I invest in our cardinal. The Castile's after it now, so our chances are declining. Because I don't have cogs, I can't actually help that much in these conflicts. So for now, oh, with the backing of the members of the Holy Roman Empire, the Emperor's backed the call for rights reform. Yeah, so the Emperor can eventually unite all of the Holy Roman Empire territories if he completes enough of these reforms. See, this gives him a boost and the members boost, but later on they mostly just give boost to the Emperor. So, non-members who hold Imperial territory can now be attacked by the Emperor. I don't think we hold any Imperial territory, but we can quickly check. Although I did unselect that particular one. Yeah, I don't think I hold any Imperial territory. Yeah. So you see these sort of yellow ones are owned by people outside. And so the Emperor, who at the moment I guess is Austria, yeah, has CB. You see how the Emperor also tends to pick up lots of territories inside of places? That's going to be a common theme. So Austria's getting quite powerful here. So that's another potential blob nation. Sometimes it's Burgundy does it, but this time it's like it's Austria. Yeah. Well, we don't need to worry about that because I have no intention of pushing into Imperial territory myself. And Lithuania is far away enough that I don't think it will be attacked. So no cause for alarm. Yet, I say. How's that going? 94%? We've almost done it. Guess we can bring down our military spending on our army. It's almost done. I can build another improvement. So what else have we got? Trade depot. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll probably want that. I converted the heretics of Neva. Fantastic. Which makes that province more secure, it looks like. So local trade power, I guess we want that for Stockholm, maybe? Yeah, guess we'll give it to Stockholm. Gives 3.3. I have no idea what any of this stuff really means. 3.3 trading power? If anyone understands this, feel free to explain. I mean, I guess, yeah, Danzig must be contributing a lot to the Baltic. But not much I can do about that. Yeah, so I guess Stockholm for a trading depot. When we get a chance. I don't know what many people who choose to play on the terrain mode because it's a bit unclear. Like, I can't really tell. Well, I guess it's got the border marks on it, but still, it's quite tricky to tell where your land is. Colonial will be useful if we ever get the range. I like the way it shows you the prevailing winds, which gives you a good idea of how far you can actually colonise. Oh, making money from the National Bank. If only things were still like that today. Okay, trade depot for Stockholm. Seems like it wants us to build another thing somewhere. Oh, can you only have one trade depot? Oh no, you can have more. Oh, we finally got a new technology. Military technology, fantastic. Which means that our infantry has been upgraded, I think. Let's see. Ooh. Military tab, men at arms. So I think these are just plain better than our current ones. So these the other units are all outdated now. So the old ones were 1, 2, and 1, 2. But these guys are 2, 4, 1. They're not as good defending actually. But I'll do for now. In next phase we'll get upgrades for all three, which will be really good. Keeping our military tech pretty high at the moment. So we're on 9 military. What are our neighbours at? 7, 8, 7, 7. So we've actually got the best military tech at the moment in our region, which is very good for us. Build another temple, I guess. Celebrate. I think the mercs don't. Yeah, the mercs don't upgrade. So these guys are like an outdated unit we have now. So we might want to start declining some of them. Should we order some more? Maybe from Skane. And Smarland. And Västergotland. So we ordered 3 and only dismissed 2. But that's okay, we'll sort that out in a minute or two. Our mighty fleet just lies off the coast of Riga, blockading the ports, protecting our trade. It's peace for now. Lithuania looks like it's going to win eventually. I guess they'll be our permanent allies. Although they are Orthodox apparently. I prefer it if they were Catholic, to be honest. But I guess I'll eventually be Protestant, so everyone's going to hate us anyway. Whoa, I didn't see that. Scotland's been basically wiped out by England. Wow. Well, England's getting strong, and their trade power will obviously be vast. Their fleet will probably be strong as well, so we'll need to deal with that. Guess we could recruit some troops at the other end of the Imperium. Your has been running around town in the most unchristian fashion. Oh dear. Is my heir a girl? It can't be right. But Frederick von Wichelbach? No, that's not me. Ulrika, I see. That's the problem. Alright. Interesting. Oh well, for now we're just helping the Lithuanians in their little war. They want this port. They're still unhappy with me. Guess we can recruit. It's best to recruit our troops in the border regions, I guess. Because they do take a certain percentage off the province's productivity. Got rid of those mercs. So build up a new national army. Replace the one we burnt out in all those previous wars. If we hire new mercs, then I think they will be the upgraded version of the units, probably, which is good. So we could declare war on Norway to take Jemattland, which is the bit they've taken out of us. They are allied with Denmark and Muscovy. Brunswick and Utrecht, they're not so good. We could take Denmark at the moment. Oh, we can invest in ideas still. National Bank, that's okay. Why is that one so much cheaper? Maybe your second ideas cost more? I'm not sure. We don't have a big inflation problem at the moment though, so we might save that until inflation's starting to go up. A farm estate could be built. Requires grain. Costs 400 gold, which is a lot. Might be worth building. Do we have anywhere which produces grain? Oh, yeah, I'm not sure which. Does this tell us what provinces actually produce? No. I can't remember how. So it's. Is there a way to quickly check that? Oh, we get grain in Stockholm. So I guess there we could build the farm estate for 400. That could be worth making. I've got peace. I guess it'll repair itself over like the entire game. Our trade company's pretty good. So you only have one in a province, but that's not really relevant. I guess we should probably build something more immediately useful though. Austria's at war with Munster, who cares? Not our problem. Trade depot might be nice. Where should we build it? Maybe Gotland. Just strengthening our trade while we wait for this war to end. Europe is the sort of game where you end up having a fair amount of waiting. Got some time here for our manpower to rebuild as well. I think our current quest is to actually collect money though, isn't it? So we could do that. How much do we need to gain? 230. Could wait for that. Get writers. Isn't that actually a Swedish unit, a writer? Well, eventually this war will be over. So we've got the Hansa, Lithuania now. Lithuania's probably too far away to help. The Hansa are close enough to help fight the Danes. But I guess we'll have to declare war when their fleet's in a position to help. Hansa are currently, I think, helping Lithuania in this little war. Which is fair enough. We've still got the worst general ever. We'll have to replace him at some point. I mean, seriously. He is awful. As long as we can arrive in a situation where we have a vastly superior force anyway, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Got a pretty average admiral and terrible general. Could make our ruler general, but there's not much point in that. Come on, guys. Just surrender. You're gonna lose the war. Local ship repair. That might be useful. I guess we'll put that in Skane, because that's where our fleet's normally based. Might do with upgrading our forts at some point as well. Probably neither. It's the best one to go for. Most likely to be attacked. Yeah, our contribution to this war has been fairly minimal. But I guess that's to be expected. Just wait for something to happen. Making pretty decent money now. Oh. Got 2 pretenders, oh dear. Got a new queen. She's trying to deal with this rebel force. Should be able to handle it. Oh dear. So has our new leader got any skills? Not really. Trying to deal with these rebels. Might as well just march straight for them. Starting this conflict with us in the middle of a war probably isn't best for them, but I guess, you know, they're free to make their own mistakes. Our Riga have accepted peace. There we go. Go us. Anti-Piracy Act. Wiped out the rebels. Better relations over time. Well, that sounds good. Royal marriage from Lithuania. Yeah, they're our ally. And then we'll regather our army. We might want to push for that war with Denmark actually. Their military tech's still behind ours. It still is. Might be a good time. Our new leader needs to build up her legitimacy. justify a war. In which case we might take the national bank idea. Although we've almost got administrative tech actually, should probably just get that. How's Denmark's fleet looking? Actually, it's probably worth checking. Six carracks. Wow. Okay, they've upgraded. What's this? Oh, that's the dock I'm building. That's okay move. We'll wait for our army to get back south, then we'll wage war on Norway. I think we should be able to win it. Does anyone else hate the Danes? Who are the rivals of Denmark? Does anybody know? The Hansa? It's Teutonic Order. Wow. I think they just fought them anyway, so that'll have to wait. Are they marching into our territory now? Right, that's it. This means war. Actually, who is Norway allied with? Still with Muscovy. Norway, Brunswick and Utrecht is a beatable force. We'll call our willing allies. And no one's actually going to help us, it looks like. We'll ask for Halland, I guess. We'll move that fleet to sea. Sea to fleet. Our forces have suffered casualties apparently. It's not ideal. Okay, so it's war. Guess we'll see who backs them. I think Norway are obliged to. Yeah. It's got a few guys to fight. But I think we can defeat their fleet. Which is good. Don't want to have to face that army. Mighty warships engaging here. It's a pity the Hansa didn't help me, because they were in a good position to do so. We'll let them have military access, just in case they want to fight the Danes. So we want that little engagement. Don't think they can land too many troops in our territory. Guess we'll recruit a little more infantry to take Halland. We should be able to beat this army despite having the world's worst general. Old Oscar the Incompetent. I think they really should add levelling up to the generals in this game. That would really help. Help a lot. Oh well. He's done it anyway. Glorious victory. So we'll go for Akshas and Agdar or something. Or maybe we'll try and separate the two nations. It meant we could declare war on Denmark without having to fight Muscovy, which is definitely a plus. It's pity our fleet can't be repaired here. Oh, everything's on the go in Sweden at the moment. What, is the supply low in this province or something? It says supply limit 27. Should be okay. They're going to retreat off somewhere, but they'll be back. Oh, we've teched up. Excellent. progress. Suffrage and bishop. What's this? What was missionary strength plus 1%? Appears to have no cost. Suffrage and bishops. Oh, that decreases our tax, so we don't want that. Money comes first for the great Empire of Sweden. That army's going to be back at some point, so we need to deal with it. We'll have a few guys to siege Halland soon. Of course, we'll have the classic situation where we can't blockade the port because our fleet has to stay in the Øresund. That's the big fleet. Oh, that's Denmark's. Oh, not Denmark, Norway's rather, sorry. It's a good thing Denmark's fleet and Norway's fleet weren't together when we struck, or that would have been disastrous. Oh, it's got quite a decent garrison. We're still making money though. Building a new army. Military reform. Ulrika? Oh, for God's sake. Take the stability hit. We can reform the army and the navy, which is pretty good. Then I guess we should pay to bring our stability back up to avoid a rebellion. If we can afford it. We can't afford it yet. We only have 11 power available and it costs 150. Oh dear. Well, we're sieging Halland. For now. These armies are all heading north to siege us somewhere. Come on, we need to take this place out. This is our second war with Denmark. A war of reclamation. We intend to take Halland back. Hopefully a bit of territory from old Norway while we're at it. Probably need quite a high war score to make those demands though. Let's see how much it's actually going to cost. So if we demanded... Oh, we can't list the other places yet. Well, we'll see. Hopefully we can get some money as well. Lots of stuff going on. Denmark 16k would be a big problem for us, but the fleet does keep them away. The combined fleet of Denmark and all its allies, if they had been brought together, would have been able to beat us, I reckon. Just about. Especially as they probably have a better general than me. Taking a very long time. They're probably going to capture that place before we capture this one. Or Lapland will fall before Akashus, I should say, or something like that. Oh well. No, it looks like we'll get Akashus first actually, but not Halland. So we'll have to head up there after we take this one. We're still making money even though we're in a big war, which is always a good thing. Guess we could work on our diplomatic relations. Always want to keep Lithuania on side. Guess we give the Hands a work over as well. Because we're not going to ask for peace for a little while. Could build something, but don't really need any of those things at the moment. Might want to save for mercs in case things go horribly wrong. Well, they've got actually, that's actually a big army up there now. It's 14k. Okay, won the siege of Akashus. which is good. Though it hasn't contributed much to our war score. Housing land by Norway and our land by Norway are both costing us a lot. Be tempted to move our fleet down to support, to take out the force up in, yeah, maybe we need to split the fleet. High risk. How many ships do they have? 2 in the whole area. Maybe we'll dispatch a squadron of barks to handle it. It's a high risk move here. They are our fastest ships. There we go. Our strike force is ready. Led by the Veldhuis. We'll see if the enemy fleets come for us while we're at sea. Oh, I think we've got them. I guess we'll probably want to recruit a merc unit. Cavalry? Oh, that's hugely expensive. I guess just some crappy infantry, just to make sure we have a big advantage against that army, because our general's almost certainly worse than his. So we won the Western Sea of a land battle. We can probably pop back to Skane for repairs then. There we go, it's a successful operation. Zagumeni has done a good job. So we'll have 17 against 14, should be winnable, I think. Even with the world's worst general at the helm. Our war score's still not that good. I guess because they control her land, but we'll soon control it, so probably shouldn't get carried away. We have got cannon and we don't have cannon. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. Let our ships repair. There we go, repaired squadron of ships. Means our other ships can go back and repair, I guess. Then we can pull back if they pull out some more ships. Ooh, that battle is pretty close actually. I think we're going to lose it, you know. Wow, that's devastating. I blame the terrible general, even though I didn't give him like the best troops. Oh no, we just won it. Just. Very barely. We really need to get a better general. I hope that guy dies soon. We won the siege of her land, which helps. Means our force can move over to Blekking. I guess this force can move to... Well, we'll just move south, recuperate, I suppose. That was a tight battle. We haven't really got enough manpower to keep fighting these. So I guess we can move 14k to the sea and the 8k to the southern Baltic. To help capture Blekking a bit faster. So just send this force over to Adgar. We're still making income. We can always recruit more mercs if need be, as long as our income's still good. Thankfully our national bonus to mercenary costs is fantastically useful for us. Okay, our relations with the Hands have been improved. Okay, What's this? Our port up here is being blockaded again. Looks like their fleet is coming down. Maybe? Is it? Oh yeah, looks like it is. Better keep our fleet together then. Yeah, they're running for it now. Which is good. Still doing okay. I think things are under control. Now the war score swung back in our favour. Our war exhaustion's a bit high. The stability's a bit low. But other than that, we're alright. Probably deal with that stability. What does it cost to get rid of war exhaustion again? Diplomatic points. That's not so bad. Yeah, we could bring that down. We got Denmark fairly blockaded actually. Oh god, we're going to lose this battle. Oh no, we managed to just win that one as well. I'm guessing it's our superior infantry units are allowing us to prevail in these engagements. Because otherwise I don't know what's allowing us to do it. Guess we'll hire some more mercs. Even though they're lower quality units. We are winning the battles, it's just that they seem to be wearing us down faster than we're wearing them down, and now we're running out of men. So what can we demand? Blekking in Holland? Probably not going to accept that. What can we demand from Jumatland? Why can't we demand Akashus? Because it's their capital. They won't give us Jumatland yet. At any rate. Just rebuild our force down here. They'll be back. We are sieging though, so it's not the end of the world. Build an armory to get a quick boost to manpower. Yeah, they're going to siege the north again by the looks of it. They managed to maintain a pretty big force. I'm having trouble dealing with them. I still blame our general though, he's definitely one of the worst generals I've ever seen. Austria, declare war with Cologne. I guess they're just basically doing a unification. Bit by bit. But there's not anything we could do about that. Even if we were in a position to fight them, our units wouldn't be able to fight them, so... I don't know why our war score isn't higher. I mean, we're occupying one of their capitals, and we control her land. It's a harsh business. So where's their army going to be fighting us? Unhappiness amongst the clergy. I guess we should just ignore their demands. What's our current situation? It's actually looking okay, I think. I wonder what decides who your enemies are. Are they countries which view us as a rival? Quite a few. Well, we shall see what we can claim. guess we could blockade Ruslan while we're waiting. Got a new heir to the throne, Karl. So hopefully we have the defensive advantage. Okay, I think they are coming for us. Wow. Guess we'll just hire some mercs again. Looks like they might siege. Yeah, they're going to siege first. And that's fine, we can wait for that. Cancel one of the mercs. Save this one in reserve, I suppose. If we had the Blacking force as well, together we should be able to deal with the Norwegian army again. Or I guess they could continue the blockade there. Oh. Not going to last very long though. Oh, we won that siege. Ah, one of our local governors used authority to increase the tax base. That's excellent. Okay, they can siege Borsland. Then we can combine these armies for an attack on Axis, I guess. We don't want white peace even. How strange. Let's move this force over. And then I guess that... I don't know which force I got selected. I assume I got the big one selected. We'll move over to Varmland to recuperate. And we'll recuperate this army over here till it's bigger than that guy's army. That annoying guy with his 2-4-2 leader. Oh, I've upgraded our ships. So now we can get some improved quality boats. Carrack and the Caravel. I think our current ones will stay as the old ones, so we'll have to actually build new ones. Unfortunately. It does also appear to increase the costs. But that's not a problem for us at the moment. Come on, Norway, give in. What's the point of fighting us? Are you just wasting resources? Halland and Blacking. We could see what Norway will give us at the moment. Diplomacy, sue for peace. Jamaatland currently requires 12. I don't know what level we have at the moment. We'll pause there for now. So we're back on our campaign and things are looking up now. We finally got our independence from Denmark and snagged a few nearby provinces. Our economy's looking good, the military's looking better. We're still recuperating a bit, but what I've done is I've renamed some of my ships after people who've subscribed to my channel. Well, I just thought that'd be a reasonable theme. And we're looking to build up our manpower again before we make some more moves. And our economy, of course, to get this started. Ooh. I often find that when you load a save game, you suddenly get lots more offers. Brandenburg probably aren't powerful enough to help us, though, to be honest. Now our fleet's I think one short of the supply limit. So yeah, we can have another ship and we can have another army unit. Are we already building one? Oh, we are. Okay, so we'll save up for another ship. Yeah. So maybe I'll put out a recruitment drive for people who want to have their names for our warships. We shall see. Maybe I'll put out a video just asking people for warship names, or just put themselves forward to be part of the Royal Swedish Navy. It's a pretty decent fleet. Everything's still really basic ships, of course. Well, we still got our flagship, the first Carrack we built. It cost quite a lot actually, 0.48 ducats a month to keep at sea. Still, we probably do need them. So currently army is equal to that of Norway. Well, I guess we have our mercs as well, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, the mercs are here because having them there reduces the risk of rebellion a bit, and I'm not sure if the missionary gets killed if there's a rebellion there while he's working. Did in the old games, I think. So yeah, you can see that Portugal probably own all the coast here of Africa, which I think is reasonably accurate. They did own a lot of African coastal regions at the time, and also getting into Morocco. So Portugal are going to gain strength, but the problem is their homeland's heavily threatened by one of the big blob nations, Castile, which later probably becomes Spain, provided it can take over Aragon. So this is like you know, the Catalans, you know, like the people who want separatism from want separatism. They want to separate. They want to secede from Spain and from Catalonia. That's essentially what Aragon is. Well, let's actually build that improvement. I was being too distracted thinking about that. Well, actually, the temple gives us a fixed increase, which is quite nice. But I feel like these provinces are actually quite endangered. So I'll just pop it somewhere a bit safer. I'm just teching up a bit. We could make a move on Denmark, depending on who they have as allies. They have Norway actually better in the Baltic, but the bark will actually be better at crossing the sea, if I recall correctly. Apparently it improves our trade opportunities as well, so it's pretty handy. So I think we'll build another bark. Our fleet's a lot stronger than Denmark's, even if our army isn't that fantastic. Look at the world situation. Things are fairly tame, as far as we can see. There's a bit of a war going on between Scotland and England, stereotypically. I expect Great Britain will be formed eventually. Oh, Norway's fabricated a claim. There's a civil war in the territory of the Mamelukes, which is like Egypt. Who knows if that's of any significance or not. Legitimacy is slowly climbing. You can see we've got a special Swedish bonus, the Kung och Riksdag, or however you pronounce that. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Do we bring down our military spending? Yeah, we did. So at least it makes everyone cheaper. We probably need to invest in some more money-making buildings, actually. Better replace that advisor. We can't build any buildings for the moment, but at least it keeps our military tech going up, because I think we're quite close. It must be. Oh no, actually not that close. It's pretty expensive. I guess it's already level 8. Whereas the other one's 7. Improves our land morale, our supply limit, and our maneuver. I'm sure these improves our. This one improves our colonial range. Diplomatic. We'll only get a small boost for the next one. Well, one at level 9. Oh. Still working on converting Neva to the true faith. Oh, we've got some sort of idea though. So we could get the exploration one. Or should we be saving for... We could get a workshop, which could be useful. Yeah, maybe we should save for the administrative tech for now. Much as I want to get the colonialism going, we need to secure our home island first. Well, not our home island, but Scandinavia. Thing is that if we control the strait, it is essentially an island, provided we can deal with Muscovy, which actually does have quite a big army quite near us. Could end up being a problem. Yeah, we'll have to think about how we're going to deal with Muscovy's forces. They're busy wiping out Novgorod at the moment, but in time they'll come to take us on. Oh yeah, Cardinal again. Don't you just invest in the youngest one? Though we're way off influencing him at the moment. I think we'll build, probably build another galley. We still need to secure ourselves really before we can venture out. So I have the Conquest of Paradise expansion, but to get the sort of trade range we need, we'll probably need to get up to, well, we'll definitely need the overseas exploration to give us colonial range. Probably need to colonize Iceland rather, from Norway. Because then we'll be able to reach the Americas, which are over here somewhere. It's interesting that you can choose to have the New World be completely like randomly generated up for you, but I'm just going with the normal New World. You can see we're starting to discover knowledge of places further away. Gradually this stuff can filter to you without any explorers, but it'd be good to be able to do some exploring myself. I never got around to using explorers in the original Europa, well, Europa 3, which is the first one I played. So nowhere near the original. The focus on free trade much because they're not getting the support they need. No, we support free trade. Well, that's going to be bad for our trade, but still. I want to encourage free trade. After all, isn't that what imperialism's all about? Is this not already a core? Yeah. Strange that it notifies you that it'll be harder to get a core when it already is one. Guess we could order a bark. So the choice between a bark and a cog is quite a tricky one, because the galley... sorry, not a bark and a cog, a bark and a galley. Because the galley's actually